From Jamie having to face his godfather's death in the middle battle, to the Committee of Safety trying to arrest Claire for murder, these are the most tragic scenes from Outlander so far. The devastating moment when Jamie had to say goodbye to Myrta forever will never not make me cry. Saying goodbye to our favorite characters is never easy, right? And let me tell you, Myrta Fitzgibbons is a character everyone adores. In Season 5, Jamie and Myrta found themselves on opposite sides of the Alamance Creek battle. But when Myrta was tragically hit by a bullet, all barriers came crashing down. Let me just say, Sam Heughan's acting as Jamie in response to his godfather's death was perfect. He portrayed the guy's struggle to accept the loss, and even pleaded with Claire to work her healing magic. We were a total wreck when Jamie started pouring his heart out to Myrta, desperately holding on to hope that he'd make it. "You cannot leave me," he said, and boy, did the tears start flowing.
"You cannot leave me."
As he tried to help, it was a real challenge not to sob uncontrollably. Jamie was totally heartbroken after this loss. This guy's been through a lot over the seasons. Like the trauma Jamie explores in episode 16 of season 1. After imprisonment, torture, and the unthinkable assault by Jack Randall, Jamie is left to deal with the aftermath. And let me tell you, it's tragic. Even with Claire, his loving and understanding wife, doing her best to support him, Jamie finds it really difficult to even look at her. The scars of his experiences run deep, and the PTSD he's grappling with is no joke. It's heartbreaking to witness this tough Highlander, usually so resilient, is now struggling to cope with the haunting memories. The writers really didn't hold back in showing the raw reality of the character's trauma, and it's a testament to the actor's talent that he was able to convey such a gut-wrenching character. We can't help but ache for Jamie as he battles his inner demons in these scenes. And if you think that was too much to handle, you better brace yourselves. Remember that time Jamie finds Claire in the Season 5 finale? So, Claire goes through an incredibly traumatic experience, the abuse at the hands of Lionel Brown. But between all the darkness, there's a moment that stands out, and it's both heart-wrenching and powerful. Jamie, our brave and devoted Highlander, finally arrives at Claire's side after single-handedly taking down the group of villains who held her captive. And what he sees when he lays eyes on her is absolutely shattering. Claire is broken, physically and emotionally. The toll of the abuse she suffered is evident, and Jamie is confronted with the devastating aftermath. It's at this moment that we witness the depth of their love and the strength of their bond. His heart breaks for Claire, and our hearts break right along with him. The writers and actors do an incredible job of showing the painful reality of the situation. It serves as a stark reminder of the power of love and support in times of great adversity. Jamie gets to show this kind of love to his son in Season 3, Episode 4, before everything comes crashing down. You see, Jamie's time at the Dunsany family estate, Hellwater, proves to be bittersweet as he becomes a father to young Willie. Despite being unable to openly claim him as his own, he cherishes every precious moment spent with his beloved child. But alas, the day comes when Jamie has to make a heartbreaking decision. Fearing that others may notice the striking resemblance between himself and Willie, Jamie knows he needs to leave for both their sakes. It's a heart-wrenching moment as he says his goodbyes, promising that Lord John Grey will take care of the boy. You can't help but feel the weight of Jamie's sacrifice as he rides away from Hellwater. The pained expression on his face speaks volumes. It's a testament to the brilliant acting and storytelling that Outlander is known for, capturing the complexities of Jamie's emotions and the immense love he holds for his son, even in the face of separation. It's a scene that will tug at your heartstrings and have you reaching for tissues. But for this next one, you might want to reach for the whole box, because honestly, it's got no chill. Stuff gets real serious in the season's 6th episode, The World Turned Upside Down. So picture this. Claire stumbles upon Tom's daughter, Malva, and guess what? Poor Malva's throat's been slit. Talk about a chilling discovery, but hold on, it gets even more twisted. See, Malva had been lying big time, claiming that Jamie is the father of her unborn baby. Sneaky, right? Claire, being the resourceful doctor she is, tries her best to bring the woman back to life. She goes all in, performing a C-section, hoping to save both the baby and her. But sadly, the situation takes a heartbreaking turn. Both of them are beyond saving. Cue the shock and horror. But wait, it doesn't end there. Claire then has an ether-induced vision. In this mind-bending moment, she actually sees herself holding a scalpel right at Malva's throat. Talk about a serious mind game. Outlander sure knows how to keep us on the edge of our seats trying to control our emotions. Seriously. You're gonna have to stop yourself from screaming at the screen when you watch the Season 2 episode Faith. Things take a heartbreaking turn when Claire loses the baby. They'd even given her a name, Faith. Now, Claire blames Jamie's fight with the notorious Jack Randall for triggering her premature labor. Talk about intense drama. But wait, there's more. Just when you thought your heart couldn't take any more punches, Claire nearly kicks the bucket herself after the devastating loss. It's a total nail-biter, I tell you. And here's the tearjerker. Claire can't bear to let go of little Faith. She clings onto her, refusing to say goodbye. Thankfully, her good friend Louise de la Tour steps in and reminds her that it's time to say goodbye. I mean, seriously, this episode is like a waterfall of tears waiting to happen. Faith is definitely a heartbreaker among heartbreakers in the Outlander series, that's for sure. Speaking of major heartbreak, let's talk about that scene in Season 2, Episode 13, where Jamie totally breaks Claire's heart. You see, the love story between Jamie and Claire is the heart and soul of this captivating series. And let me tell you, this scene is a tearjerker like no other. So, here's the deal. Jamie, being the selfless hero that he is, wants Claire and their unborn child to have a chance at survival. And how does he plan to make that happen? By insisting that she returns to her own time. Can you imagine the pain in that decision? It's like ripping their love apart at the seams. In a moment that's both heart-wrenching and absolutely iconic, Jamie looks into his lover's eyes and tells her to go on without him. Yeah, you heard that right. He's willing to sacrifice his happiness and be left behind as he prepares for the Battle of Culloden. I don't know about you, but I'm already holding back tears just thinking about it. It's a scene that shows the depth of their love and the heartbreaking choices they have to make. So grab your comfort food and brace yourself, because scenes like these in the show will leave you an emotional wreck. I mean, just take a look at what goes down in the Season 6 episode I Am Not Alone. The Frasers find themselves in quite the pickle as they fight tooth and nail to protect Claire. You see, our feisty protagonist is wrongly accused of murdering Malva, and the Committee of Safety is out for blood. But hey, don't underestimate the Frasers. They give it their all to defend Fraser's Ridge, and boy, do they put up a good fight. Claire, in particular, shows off her impressive shooting skills. But unfortunately, even with their heroic efforts, they end up outnumbered and have no choice but to surrender. It's a real nail-biter, let me tell you. On their way to the trial, those sneaky committee members decide to separate Jamie from Claire. Talk about a heart-wrenching cliffhanger. And that's where the season ends, leaving us begging for more. Jamie, being the fearless leader he is, gathers his squad and sets off on a daring mission to rescue his beloved from prison. I don't know about you, but I can feel the suspense of the situation in my bones. Will Jamie make it in time? Will Claire be freed from her unjust imprisonment? We'll just have to tune into Season 7 to find out. Outlander sure knows how to break our hearts, tie them back up, only to stomp on them again. So there you have it. From Claire being wrongfully accused of taking Malva's life, to Murtaugh being hit by a bullet in the Alamance Creek battle, these were the most tragic scenes in Outlander so far.